Hi everyone, this is Claudine Helmuth, and I am here today to show you how to put together my conversation heart boxes. So these are the boxes. You can see they come in 7 different colors, all in the same kit, and they are nested boxes, and you can open them up and you can put cookies, candies, treats, and of course, conversation hearts inside. Now, what's even better about these little boxes are you can actually change the text on them. So you can open them up right in your Adobe Reader program and type in anything you want. You can say it's a girl, you can say John and Kate forever, you can put your wedding date on there, make a Mother's Day note. Really, the sky's the limit. So these are actually really quite simple to put together, but I've got a few little tips I'm going to share with you right now. I'm going to be showing you how to put together the pink heart box today, but they all go together exactly the same way, no matter what color. And if you have the white heart box, you can also print this onto colored cardstock, and then that way you can save ink or just have any color conversation heart that you want. So when you download and print out the kit, this is what it's going to look like for each color of heart, no matter which one you choose. So this is the pink one. And we've got the lid top all on this page, and this would be the page where you would be changing the text to whatever you like. I've provided placeholder text here for you. And then we've got the bottom of the box, and then on this page, we've got the sides of the box. And the sides for the lid of the box are these top 2, A and B, and the sides for the bottom of the box are C and D. And they are very slightly different sizes, so you want to make sure that you're using the correct sides with the correct part of the box. So what we want to do to get started is we just want to go ahead and cut out all of the template pieces. Now here's a quick tip to make your cutting go even faster. On the side pieces, all of these little tabs that have numbers, they are going to be folded inside the box. So you can cut them, but don't worry if you kind of cut in on them a slightly little bit or out just a tiny hair. So these sides you can go actually quite quickly on cutting. And then you want to make sure that on the top parts and of course the sides that you cut very carefully, and as well on the heart pieces, you want to make sure that you cut these very carefully, because the closer you get to cutting the heart, the better that everything will fit together in the end. Now that everything is cut out, we're going to move on to scoring and folding the side pieces. Now, if you're cutting out a bunch of hearts, the way that I make sure I keep the sides together is I nest them between both of the hearts, and then I make sure that the correct sides for either the bottom part of the box or the top part of the box are together. So the top part of the box, we have sides A and B. And also when you're cutting, make sure to cut in on all of these little red lines here, because that is what's going to make the little tabs. So now I'm using Staples Photo Matte paper. It's a nice heavy cardstock. It's about 61 pound, 11 mil, and it is a good weight for including cookies and candies and things like that inside your box. But we need to score the dotted lines here so that everything will fold nice and cleanly. And the way that I like to score my lines is I have a legal pad here, and then I take my ruler, and the legal pad is just to provide a little bit of cushion. Then if you've seen my other videos, I have my favorite scoring pen. Of course, you can use a bone folder or whatever else you like to score with. This pen has no ink in it, so it will not make any marks. It is completely dried out. Then you take your ruler and you're just going to line it up with the dotted line, and you want to make sure you get it lined up just right. And then you're going to take your pen and just draw down that line. I like to do it just a couple of times. And then you can see there, it's got a really nice score line, and all of these little tabs are going to fold back perfectly. So you want to do that on all of the dotted lines. There's really only a couple things to score in this kit. Now that I've scored everything, I just like to go through and make sure that all of the little tabs fold nicely. And we're going to set aside the bottom part of the box, which looks like this and is also tabs D and C. You can see the letters there. So we're going to just start with the top of the box, the lid. So now we need to apply adhesive, and the kind of adhesive that I like to use is this Scotch tape glider. It just goes on easy, makes putting the kits together quickly. You can get smaller versions, little disposable versions of this at the craft store. You could also try just using regular double stick tape that comes in a roll. Now we're going to want to apply adhesive to tabs A and B here. And we need to attach these two tabs together. And so we're going to attach tab A to the side with tab B. And you can see here that there are numbers on the tabs. So you just want to keep them going in consecutive order. So 39 to 40. I'm going to set this down so I can get it nice and even. Want to make sure it's got a good connection there right on that dotted line, and line up the dotted lines there and there. Now you could apply glue to all of these little tabs, but I've got a quicker and an easier way. And that is, you take the top of the box and you are just going to run tape. This is where having one of these tape guns comes in so handy. And I just spin the little heart around and I apply tape right up to the edge. Okay, so now because I went so close to the edge, sometimes I have a little extra adhesive that sticks over, but that's okay. I just take my fingers and roll it back around to the other side. And that looks good. So now you can see here in the light, I'll try to get that to show, but there is adhesive all the way around here. And at this point, you want to take your tabs and that have been stuck together, and we're going to fold them like this and then open them back up. And I like to get tabs 36 through about 43 kind of bent over, and I like to have the lid facing me, and you're probably going to find your own way of doing this. Let me just zoom in here so you can get focus. So here we go. You're going to line up this V with the V of the heart, and then I like to grab with my finger tab 39. So you can see there, I'm just grabbing that one little tab with my finger. And then I always seem to like to start on this side. And you're just going to bend the tabs and then holding with your back finger to secure as they get into place. And they really fall into place so easily. And just keep bending, making sure that the dotted line matches up to the heart. And sometimes you need to take your fingers and just press these tabs in. And there we go. So that is side one. You can really see how that came together, and you can press the inside tabs carefully there. So now we're going to do the same on the next side. So I take tab 40 and just make sure it's got good connection. Like that, and then just start folding, bending, and pulling down the tabs. If you feel every couple inches, you kind of feel like you need to pull the tabs down so that they continue bending. There we go. So now you can see how that has all come together. And now we just have tab B here that we fold in, and we already applied adhesive to that. And we fold that in. And then there we go. We've got the lid of our box, but it doesn't look very pretty on this side, so we need to cover that up. And that is where this plain white heart comes in. So I just like to take a scrap piece of paper and then a little glue stick. I like this purple kind because you can see where you've done it, and you really just need to go around the edges. You don't need to glue the whole thing. And then we take our lid and just place in the heart and press down so that it's got good adhesion. If you don't get your inside heart lined up perfectly, don't worry, just press the edge, just press it into the edge. It will be fine. The main thing is to cover up all those little tabs. So now the inside lid looks nice and clean and beautiful. So we are going to repeat the same process with the bottom part of the box. I've already applied adhesive to all the parts of the bottom part of the box. So this is the base, and then these are the sides. And again, here we want to go in consecutive order. So you can see they have the same numbers as the top, the lid of the box. So we've got number 39 and number 40, and we're going to put tab C here. There we go. And just make sure to get that lined up so the dotted lines match up there, matches up there, and it's the same height here. And then we're going to fold it up like this so it makes a little V like that. And same exact process as with the lid of the box. I'm going to take tab 39 and press it into the left side of the V of the heart, making sure I've got it all even, you can see there. And then I'm taking my back finger here and holding that into place. And then I'm just going to start rolling over the tabs and matching up to the edge. And there we go. So just press, so that side's all done. Now we're going to repeat the same on the other side with tab 40 and just get that right there into the V of the heart. Pull back some of these tabs so we have a little bit more flexibility and roll it over. So you can see that matches up, and then we just take tab D and secure that to the other side. So now we've got the base of our box, and same thing with the extra white heart. We will add a little bit of glue stick and then place that inside. And now our box is ready to fill up with candies and treats. You can of course put cookies and gift cards, all different other kinds of fun items inside. And then you're ready to place the lid on. And at first it takes just a little bit of scooching to get the lid on. There we go, because I wanted a really nice, tight, nested fit. And what you may want to do is, if you have heavier items in it, because if you hold it like this, the bottom may slide back out. You might want to add just a little adhesive round sticker there and there on the box just to hold it closed. But they do have a nice snug fit. Now, if you don't have very heavy items inside and you have a little trouble opening them, just slide your finger along the edge and then you will be able to pull it open and reveal your treats inside. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing how these heart boxes go together. They really are a fun gift, and not just for Valentine's Day. Conversation hearts are perfect for any time of the year. I'm sure you could think of all kinds of occasions to use these sweet little conversation hearts.